Hello and welcome to Your Simplified Coin Review. So today we are actually going to be looking at ChainLink. But before we go any further, make sure you do us the favor, click the subscribe button. We're going to be doing a big giveaway over the next week. We're going to be having an announcement on it probably tomorrow, Saturday at the latest. So subscribe to the channel and let's get started. So ChainLink, right now it is coming in ranked number 97 on CoinMarketCap. So it's barely in the top 100. And it is a token. So if we look at the numbers right now, it is at about 53 cents in US dollar value. It is 5,916 Satoshis or 72,512 ETH. So the market cap is approximately 185 million. The circulating supply is 350 million link, and the total supply is 1 billion link. So link is what they call their token. So if we look at the charts here, you will see the volume it's been up and down. There's been several spikes, but let's really specifically zoom in. It has been around since October, or that may have actually been the end of September. But let's zoom in a little bit and you will see the last 7 days. It was up, it was down, it was up again, and it has been kind of a roller coaster. But if we zoom out and we look at the 1 month chart, it actually looks pretty good. And I think that hopefully if Bitcoin were to rise, it is going to go on another upswing. So of course, nothing on this video is financial advice. I don't want to focus too much on the price of it or the chart. We're going to look at what this is, but I did want to show you guys that. So the markets that this is listed on, as you can see, it's got 18 markets. It has 18 different trading pairs, and you can find those trading pairs on exchanges such as Binance, Huobi, Mercatox, Gate.io, OKX, Kyber Network, and more. So there are plenty of places that you can buy ChainLink. So let's talk about ChainLink. So I'm going to tell you guys basically what it is, a very, very, very brief overview, and then we're going to dig in. But I feel like what we're going to be looking at, you need to look at through the context of the bigger picture of what ChainLink is trying to do. Okay, so blockchains, right? Blockchains are immutable ledgers. You cannot change the ledgers. They're decentralized. There's no way to change the information on them. I'm sure most people watching this video understand loosely at least what a blockchain is, but it presents different issues. So the issue with everything being on the blockchain is that if for some reason the blockchain needed to get confirmed or find some kind of information outside of the blockchain, there's just no way to do it. And so that brings up the problem of scalability and integration. It's hard to integrate blockchains with other blockchains, but not just that. It's hard to integrate blockchains with really any other kind of API that does not involve decentralized applications that are already on that same blockchain. So if you can kind of think of a blockchain as an island, what ChainLink is trying to do is go from the island, take what's on the island, and then move it back to the mainland. So it's trying to accomplish something really, really big. We've looked at things that are coins and tokens that are trying to do similar things, I guess, such as WanChain. WanChain's a really robust token that's trying to do a lot. But the difference between WanChain and ChainLink is that ChainLink is not just trying to integrate blockchains. It's trying to integrate banking services, asset tokenization, and all kinds of other pieces in the financial world. So let's go ahead and dig into the website here, and hopefully now understanding what it is. And before we do, though, I got to say one more thing. It involves oracles. If you don't know what an oracle is, you can think of an oracle almost as a translator. It's the medium in between the blockchain and whatever information it's trying to grab that's off the blockchain. So I've been seeing the word oracle come up quite a bit in some different projects. It's not necessarily new, but it seems to be getting more popular. So it's very important if you're into blockchain and cryptocurrency to know what an oracle is, because you're going to start seeing it more and more, because we're going to have ways for these blockchains to communicate with the outside world, if you will, that's not directly on the blockchain. So here we are on the website. Smartcontract.com is what it is called. Connect smart contracts to your apps and data. Easily connect smart contracts to your web application, any API, and widely accepted US dollar payments. So, as you can see here, it says connect to any existing API. Easily connect smart contracts on various networks to your existing application and critical external data. So as you can see, this is kind of like data storage and assets. And up here you have, stocks and different pieces of the financial world. They go through the ChainLink Oracle, and then they're able to be computed over into the blockchain of either Ethereum or Bitcoin. Send widely used payments. So the ChainLink Oracle will act as an intermediary between your bank accounts or any widely used payment networks such as PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, Swift payments, Chase. I'm not sure if Ripple will be included in that because I think Ripple's trying to replace the Swift codes. But once again, you're able to transfer information from those large financial companies or institutions back to the blockchain and vice versa. So, and this is where it gets to be kind of like WanChain. So you connect with other chains. Create secure cross-chain connectivity between your main smart contract and any other public or private chain. So as you can see here, a little bit different chart. It shows that you can actually go from the Ethereum blockchain to the Bitcoin blockchain. So I talked about that in a video maybe a week ago. Can't remember exactly which one it was, but so far there's been no way to do that. So all of these boxes, these cubes, these ChainLink cubes that have code on the left side and encrypted logo on the right side, these are the oracles that are going to be doing that work. Okay, so now that we understand what it is doing, let's look at the developer kit. So if you're a developer and you want to jump into the world of integrating non-blockchain applications with blockchain, then you could come here to this page and you could get started on that. I'm not a coder, so it interests me to see what they offer here, but I can't really do anything with it. So let's go look at the frequently asked questions. So what is ChainLink? ChainLink is blockchain middleware that allows smart contracts to access key off-chain resources like data feeds, various web APIs, and traditional bank account payments. That's really a good way to sum it up. I think we've already gone over that quite a bit. So what problem does ChainLink solve? Smart contracts are unable to communicate with external resources on their own. Data feeds, all APIs and traditional bank account systems or bank payment systems are all inaccessible to smart contracts without blockchain middleware like ChainLink. So the first question is, what is it? The second question is, why do we need it? So I'm just going to skip down to the last question. What network is the Link token on? It is an ERC20 token, so it is built off of the Ethereum blockchain. So I was able to find a little more information on the website. They kind of have hidden. This is smartcontract.com/link. I had to basically do some Googling to find this page, but this shows a larger diagram of what they're trying to do, or it really shows all of those diagrams we were looking at rolled into one. And here is an even more expanded version of that, basically showing how from the blockchain through the ChainLink protocol, if you will, that they're going to be able to extend to any API that is not currently on blockchain. Just imagine if you were able to make Bitcoin payments with PayPal. That would be really, really cool. And obviously, I think if you're in cryptocurrency right now, you probably understand that's going to happen one day, or PayPal is going to be out of business. All of these financial institutions, if they do not adapt, they're going to die. So I'd be really interested to see how much institutional interest there is in this project right now, because it seems to be really solving their biggest problem. You can read the ChainLink white paper. I did look at the white paper. So the white paper just basically explains what ChainLink is, what it's doing, just like any good white paper would do. I recently described a white paper as basically a business plan for a coin or a token, and a technological business plan, if you will. And it does just that. It has a lot of walls of text in here, so it's not super fun to read. But, it does have good information on it, and it actually has some diagrams like these ones right here that are pretty cool. But, of course, what these diagrams are actually showing are a little over my head. But I do like when they break it up instead of just having so many walls of text. And let me show you one thing that just really sums up to me how it's over my head. Look at this equation. If I could ever, I challenge any of you guys to tell me what that equation means. If you can look at that equation and know what it means, then, man, you need to start your own company, because I have no idea what that means. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So thank God for the coders and for the people that do know what that means, because without them, we would never be able to get any of these cryptocurrencies off the ground. But at the end, they basically have a conclusion. And so their three main design principles are decentralization for secure and open systems, modularity for simple, flexible system design, and open source for secure, extensible systems. So there's really a lot in this white paper, but it's only 29 pages. So I do suggest if this is something you want to invest in, more than just, I would say, gambling money, go ahead and check it out. So scrolling down to their team, I did not see Ryan Gosling here anywhere, but I was interested in the CEO, Sergey Nazarov. And, one thing I've told you guys I like a lot, which this token does not do, is it doesn't put the LinkedIn pages or the GitHub pages directly linked to the team page. I really like that because it just makes it a lot easier. But I was able to find Sergey's LinkedIn page, and he has some pretty cool experience. So he graduated from New York University, and then he was a teacher there. There's some more on his resume that's not listed. But he taught there for a while. He did another company. Then he was a co-founder and CEO of Exist Local Inc., which is basically a website where you could connect with locals from a place, and they could show you local experiences if you were traveling. Sounded kind of cool. He was a general partner at QED Capital from February 2011 to April of 2014. But this is really where he got his start in cryptocurrency, at least officially. He was the co-founder and CEO of CryptoMail, which was a decentralized cryptographic email system which only you could access. So I'm sure that is really where he was able to make a lot of contacts in cryptocurrency and really start figuring out that was the path he wanted to go on. He was then the co-founder and CEO of Secure Asset Exchange, and now he's the co-founder and CEO of Smart Contract, which is the company that sponsors ChainLink. That's why their website is smartcontract.com, but it just blows my mind they're actually able to get to that domain. So it says they've been working on it since September of 2014. So I guess that's why nobody really knew what a smart contract was back then. And he's been there right now for 3 years and 9 months. So I'm not exactly sure when they launched the idea for ChainLink, but this is a guy who's got a lot of experience in blockchain, a lot of experience in cryptocurrency. I mean, how much experience can someone really have in it? It hasn't been around for that long, but considering he's been involved in it heavily since 2014, I think that he has as much experience as anyone. So this is a team I would probably trust. So when it comes to teams, you got to start with the leader. If you can't trust the leader, then you can't trust the people underneath them. And if you trust the leader, then you probably can trust them. So here is his personal Twitter page. He retweets a lot of stuff from ChainLink, as we've seen in a lot of founders and CEOs. That's one thing they do. He hasn't been super active on the page, as you can see. I would even say he's barely been active at all. In between November and February, he didn't tweet at all. I'm not sure if that's just because they were busy trying to get the ICO off the ground and things like that. But here's the ChainLink official page. As you can see, also, they don't tweet that much. They haven't tweeted since February. So to me, the fact they haven't really tweeted since February, that is a red flag. I do like this token and what it's doing, but I got to stick to my guns on that. If they don't have a super active social media page to be able to, communicate with the people that are interested in their token, then I always think that's going to be a holdup for them to be able to progress. It is in the top 100, but how far can it really get without that social media presence? That would be a question I would ask if I was considering investing in this. I'm not currently invested in ChainLink. It's what I'm considering, but things like this do make me a little bit worried. They also have the official smart contract Twitter page. So I found this one and I thought, oh, well, maybe they're doing most of their tweeting from there. Nope, not really. It's the same thing. They seem to follow about the same pattern, February, November. So it seems like whoever is running the smart contract account, the ChainLink account, and Sergey's personal account, it may be the same person. So ChainLink, you got to up your game on the social media aspect, because that is the door that most people are going to go through to find out about your token. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you know now what ChainLink is trying to do and understand a little bit about some of the problems that have came up with integrating blockchain that make this a really useful technology if they're able to do it. I hope you understand what an oracle is. We're going to probably start talking about oracles a lot. I know we looked at the Qubit project, which is involved with IOTA. And it is specifically focused around oracles and smart contracts. Those two things are going to be becoming more and more important to blockchain as we have to figure out a way to scale and to integrate. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button so you can check out all of our coin reviews, our news videos, and everything like that. Please smash that like button. The more people that like this video, the more people get to see it, especially if you're invested in this. You want people to find out about it. Sometimes a community's got to do its own marketing. So that was your Simplified Coin Review.